Choosing an e-commerce platform, it's one of the biggest, most critical decisions your business is going to make. So today, we're putting two heavyweights head-to-head, Adobe Commerce and SAP Commerce Cloud. Let's figure out which one is the right engine to fuel your growth.
So, to really get what's at stake, let's start with a single number, $8 trillion. Yeah, that's the forecast for the global e-commerce market by 2028. The question isn't just how you get a slice of that pie, but what kind of foundation you need to build on to even have a shot at it.
I mean, in a market this massive, your platform choice isn't just a tech thing, it's a fundamental business decision. Get it right, and it accelerates your growth. Get it wrong, and it becomes your biggest bottleneck.
So we're looking at two of the biggest names in enterprise e-commerce. But here's the thing, they represent two totally different philosophies on how to build a digital business. We're going to break them down to help you figure out which philosophy matches yours.
To really understand their differences, you have to look at their DNA, what they were originally built to do. So let's meet the contenders.
First up, we've got Adobe Commerce, which, let's be honest, most of us still know by its original name, Magento. It started out as this kind of scrappy open-source project and got famous for its super modular, PHP-based architecture.
If you remember one word for Adobe Commerce, it has to be flexibility. Seriously, think of it like a giant set of Legos for your business. You need a unique loyalty program, a really complex product customizer? There's probably an extension for that, letting you innovate and adapt super quickly. Okay, so in the other corner, we have SAP Commerce Cloud. Now, this platform was born enterprise-grade right from the start. It was built from the ground up for massive, complex operations using a Java-based solution. And for SAP, the key word is absolutely integration. It's designed to be the central commerce hub for businesses that are already running on SAP for their core operations. Things like their ERP and CRM systems.
Okay, let's dive into a direct comparison across the factors that are going to matter most when you're making this call. This is where the differences really start to stand out.
Let's talk about the money, because this is a huge differentiator. Adobe Commerce, with its open-source roots, gives you a lower-cost way to get in the game. Now, its enterprise plans are still a serious investment for sure, but they're often just a fraction of SAP's license fees, which are aimed squarely at huge corporations with really deep pockets.
How they handle business-to-business or B2B sales tells you everything about where they came from. Adobe Commerce evolved into a really strong B2B player, adding powerful features over time. But SAP was born for B2B. It was designed from day one for the insane complexity of corporate accounts, contract pricing, and all those tricky approval workflows. And right here, this is the fundamental trade-off. Adobe Commerce is all about speed. It has this enormous marketplace of extensions that lets you pivot and add new features fast. SAP, on the other hand, is all about control. Customization is totally possible, but it's a very deliberate, structured process that's built for stability, not necessarily for rapid-fire experiments. When it comes to integration, it really boils down to one simple question. Is your business a mix-and-match tech setup, or does your world revolve around SAP? Adobe Commerce is vendor-neutral. It plays well with others using modern APIs. SAP is designed for that deep, seamless integration within its own ecosystem. If you live and breathe SAP, it's pretty much a no-brainer.
So let's just pull this all together in a quick summary table. You can see the pattern so clearly now, right? PHP versus Java, agility versus governance, marketer-driven teams versus IT-driven enterprises, and the big one, a flexible mix-and-match stack versus an SAP-first world.
Okay, so with all that on the table, how in the world do you actually make the call? Let's translate all these differences into a clear checklist for your business. So, who is Adobe Commerce really for? Well, you should go with Adobe Commerce if you're the kind of business that lives and breathes speed to market, if you're driven by marketing and the customer experience, if you thrive on having the freedom to connect with different systems, and if you have a strong D2C focus, this is probably your platform. And on the flip side, you're going to choose SAP Commerce if your main goal is to build an unbreakable, secure fortress for your business. If you're a big global enterprise managing really complex B2B operations and you need a highly structured, governed workflow, then SAP Commerce was literally engineered for you from the ground up.
All right, let's bring it all home. What's the final big picture takeaway from all of this?
Ultimately, it comes down to two very different philosophies. Are you building a flexible playground where you can innovate and market quickly, or are you building a rock-solid, integrated foundation designed for global operations?
And this is so important. Your platform choice has to mirror your business strategy. This is not a decision that should be made in the IT department alone.
It's a decision that really defines your company's whole approach to growth.
And that's the one big strategic question I want to leave you with. Is your core strategy built around speed, agility, and experimentation? Or is it built around stability, governance, and deep integration? The answer to that question will point you directly to the right platform for your future.